Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Wednesday, the 21st of September 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 dropped 1.6% today. That's 106 points to finish at 6,700 points. That's ahead of the Federal Reserve's meeting tomorrow morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Fair bit of movement going on. Link Group tumbled nearly 4% after its British subsidiary was hit with an extra £50 million fine by a British financial regulator. Companies trading ex-dividend weighed on the broader market. Adbury declined almost 5%. Atlas Arteria dropped more than 5%. Cleanaway fell 1.4% and Cochlear tumbled 2%. Brickworks was one of the better performers, adding 0.4% after posting record earnings and lifting its dividend. Washington H. Soul Pattinson, which is very related to Brickworks, rose 5%. Viva Energy added 4.6% after buying Coles Express in a deal worth $300 million. Story number 2, Whitehaven Coal could spend more than $2 billion buying back its own shares in the year on the back of extraordinary coal prices. The day after New Hope Coal said phenomenal coal prices had driven a 12-fold increase in full-year profits, Whitehaven asked investors for permission to purchase up to 25% of Whitehaven shares on issue in the year ahead. It suggests the record $1.95 billion profit achieved in the year to June could be exceeded in the current year. Prices for top-quality New South Wales thermal coal have been above $420 per tonne over the past month. That's more than double the market price of September last year. Story number 3. Santos will not be allowed to drill 8 wells in the Barossa gas field, 265 kilometres northwest of Darwin, after the federal court found the oil giant failed to consult local Indigenous people adequately on the development. The landmark case was the first significant judgment in a challenge to mining approvals based on whether applicants had adequately consulted Indigenous people from the proposed development sites. A Manupi elder filed the case to challenge the offshore drilling regulator's decision to allow Santos to drill the wells, arguing the gas giant hadn't done its homework. Story number 4. The federal government has announced it's seeking public expressions of interest from individuals to be considered for the Ambassador for First Nations People. The ambassador will head an office of First Nations engagement within the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade to listen to and work in genuine partnership with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. This is the first time an ambassador position has been open to a public expression of interest, enabling qualified and interested individuals to apply. And finally, story number 5. Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced a partial mobilization in Russia as the war in Ukraine reaches nearly 7 months and Moscow loses ground on the battlefield. Mr. Putin's address to the nation came a day after Russian-controlled regions in eastern and southern Ukraine announced plans to hold votes on becoming integral parts of Russia. The Kremlin-backed efforts to swallow up 4 regions could set the stage for Moscow to escalate the war following Ukrainian success in the past few weeks. That's it for the afternoon report for Wednesday, the 21st of September 2022. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.